Yo, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to go over some budget skins that look really good for how much they cost. This is basically a part 2 of my last video where I did an entire loadout of budget skins, but there are a few that I couldn't fit in that video, so there's too many choices basically. So I'm making a part 2 so I can include even more skins that I think look really, really good. I'm not doing every weapon in the game this time, just the most used weapons. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling and let's have a look. So first is the AK Legion of Anubis. In field tested, this is $7.85. But bear in mind, this is a red skin. This is covert rarity. So for something that's that rare, it's so cheap. It looks so good. I don't know why it's this cheap. It's honestly one of my favorite skins. I guess because it's slightly darker and not as flashy, but the artwork on it still looks so, so good. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, so I had to include it in this video. Next up is the M4A1S Nightmare in Well Worn. This is $7.54, which I think is a steal for a skin that looks this good. Like the blue and black combo, it just looks insane. Like it's kind of bright as well. Like people are going to notice this, and it fits in like blue loadouts as well, which I think is really cool. And it also reminds me of the Icarus Fell, which is insanely expensive. So this is like a good budget version of that, basically, that looks even better, I think. Next up for the M4A4, this is an absolute classic. It's the Desolate Space, which in field tested is $5.80, which again I think is a really good price for a skin that looks this good. Like this could easily be a covert in my opinion. The artwork is insane, like it's so flashy, and I'm amazed that it's this cheap when the case it's from, the Gamma case, is actually in the rare drop pool now, so these are getting harder and harder to come by. Then for the AWP, we have the AWP Duality. In field tested, this is $4.03. Again, this is a really, really good skin. I think for the price, I think it's probably slightly cheaper because it used to be the Doodle Law, and obviously it got replaced, so people were quite disappointed with that. So they obviously got rid of it, so the price kind of went down a bit, I'm assuming. But yeah, this one is different on each side, which is cool. You don't see that in a lot of skins. It's not just the same mirrored, like the colour's different. Which I just think is a cool, it adds some character to the skin, so that's why I picked it. Then for the Scout or the SSGO8, we've got the Fever Dream. Field tested, this one's only 38 cents, which I think is insane. Like, obviously it's a purple rarity, so it is going to be cheap, which is a good thing, I guess. But this same skin, the Fever Dream, is also available in the AWP, and it's much more expensive, but I think it looks just as good here, which is why I think it's one of the better SSGO8 skins. I just want to mention that I'm giving away these gloves as soon as I hit 500 subscribers. All you need to do to have a chance to win is subscribe to the channel. So yeah, good luck and enjoy the video. Next up, the SG553, I picked the Darkwing. In minimal wear, it's 69 cents. And funny thing is, in factory new, it's actually $2. So they probably look almost exactly the same, but you can get it much cheaper in minimal wear, which is why I wanted to include this. Because yeah, I think it's a decent looking skin, and you can get it for cheap. For the P90, I picked the Traction. At minimal wear, it's only 23 cents. Now this skin looks super simple and basic on the surface, but after having a closer look and seeing all the detail and how the lighting works and like the texture on it, like it looks like you can feel it, I think it's just really well made, so that's why I wanted to include it. Then for the MP9, we've got the Starlight Protector. In field tested, it's only $3.86. Now this skin looks insanely good to me. It's another red rarity skin, so a covert, so I'm surprised that it's this cheap, I guess because it's an MP9 and not like a rifle or something, but for the artwork on it, like the amount of colour in there looks so good, and especially on Source 2, you see how much shinier it is. Like the background isn't just a kind of solid white anymore, it's like a full-on almost chrome effect, and it's probably one of my favourite skins in the game, like the absolute best for the MP9 I think, especially for how cheap it is. And here for the Mac 10, this is one for all the weebs, anime lovers, it's the Sakaku. In field tested, it's $1.20. This skin, I personally don't like it, but I know loads and loads of people will, because it's like, it covers the whole skin. It's got some cool, cute anime artwork on it. Like, what more do you need, to be honest? Now for the Glock, I picked the Offworld. Factory new is 58 cents. Now this skin isn't amazing, but the reason I included it is because if you get it in factory new, sure, it's a cool looking skin. It's clean, looks good. But then also if you want to go even cheaper, you can get the Battle Scarred or Well Worn versions. And they actually have, if you saw my Easter eggs video, they have little scratched in extra images basically. So it adds a bit of character and depth to the skin. So this one, whatever way you get it, you're basically getting a good deal pretty much. And now for the USPS, I picked the Cyrex. Field tested is $1.09. And it's a pretty basic skin, but as far as USPS skins go, I think it's one of the better ones, especially when you're on a budget. I feel like the USPS has really good skins that are all really expensive, but when you look at the cheaper skins, they're mostly like the basic muddy texture-y colours, or they are skins that just are kind of really dull and don't have a lot of colour. Whereas this one has a good design, it's sleek, red, black and white, and I just think it looks better than most of the other USPS skins for this price. And last but not least is the P250. I put the Asimov. It's $3.24 in field tested, which I think is an absolute steal for an Asimov skin. You know, these are quite expensive on like the AK, the AWP, the M4. But here you can just get it if you want a nice little one for cheap. And yeah, it's just a solid little skin for your solid little P250. And yeah, that's all of them for now. I just wanted to make a part 2 to last time. So if you were looking for an entire full loadout, you can go and check that out. I'll put a link to that in the description. But I did want to make this video just to include some extra picks, because I think there's so many more skins out there that look really good and are such a good deal. So I thought I'd make this little collection of them so you guys don't miss out. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like or whatever, and check out my Twitter as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you and goodbye.